So he's the founder of HirePilot. It is an AI assistant that helps you land your dream job. I'm going to have Victor speak a little bit more about it. First of all, Victor, thanks for joining. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Mahmud.
Can you start with speaking a little bit about yourself so the audience know who you are and what background are you coming from?
Yes, definitely. I'm a product manager, like by my profession and by my passion,
Hmm.
with more than 10 years of experience. I've launched a couple of my own startups. Also, I was on executive positions on startups where I was working in. And a couple of results. I've launched my own startup that educated more than 2,000 kids of robotics and programming. It was educational platform where kids could create and program in robots and was playing with them, studying physics, studying engineering, studying math. It was so exciting. And after that, I was a chief executive officer in another educational startup. And with that educational startup, we had more than 13,000 of students and clients on our online and offline events. And it was a business and entrepreneurial education in marketing, in finance, in sales, and in other things that help you like increase capacity and increase your business in general. And after that, I had also my own company, Code Squad. We were creating mobile and web applications, and we had clients across 3 continents and more than 15 countries. And right now, I'm like developing my own startup, next stage of my professional and like personal career experience, called, as you've said already, HirePilot. It's a system that help you land your dream job faster and without sending like resumes into the voids without understanding what is going on in this process. So we helped job seekers to automate some process of job searching with, of course, human touch inside of our platform. So our clients can apply to the jobs more quicker. They can reach out and they can find in free resources that connected inside of our system decision makers, create with them relationships, and moving their application into the pipeline and put their step inside of the doors of the company. So this startup I'm working in right now, and it was created from the pain that I experienced from myself
Hmm.
when I came into United States just a couple of years ago. uh, I've sent in dozens of resumes, and as like a lot of us lovely job seekers, I had like just very short conversion into the replies and interviews. I received a couple of great job offers, like including 6 figures numbers, but that there was so frustrating experience. And from that experience, I saw discrepancies and inefficiency in the job searching process from job seeker perspective. So I saw the pain as like product manager does. Sorry, it's like grammar thing, still learning a lot of things. So, and I started as always, like go deeper inside of the problem and starting doing interviews with job seekers, shaping my roadmap that I had already. But I'm hard believer that your ideas worth nothing before your minimum viable product will touch the market. Just market will decide if you will succeed or if you will lose. And yeah, it's just long story short, my 10 years in like 2 3 minutes. I don't know how long it was. We'll be happy to answer all questions that you may have, and potentially our viewers will have in the comments. I don't know.
Yeah, no, no, absolutely. No, it's a couple of few interesting things that you touch base, and we'll slowly dig in there. One thing to add on, in my, what is it now, almost 16, 17 years of working career, I think there's only one time that the first job that I was hired as an intern is the one that I had to apply. The rest of them I was reached out. So I'm
Referrals.
right, like referrals or the recruiters reaching out and whatnot. Up until like very recently, as the market is declining or going through this, massive change of AI and whatnot. Again, something that we'll discuss a little bit down the line. So I have heard about this pain point of replying because I have applied too. Like it's not that I've not applied. I've applied to big jobs, the other different kind of jobs through LinkedIn, quick apply thingy, easy apply, whatever it's called. And never I have got a response or like it's 100% 100% non-success rate. So never reply. So this is a very interesting field that you're in. So I want to ask a couple of questions. Maybe we can go one by one. So one, uh, so you already mentioned why recruiting because of your own experience, right? But given the current situation in the market, right? How do you feel? I guess let's take a step back. Maybe more appropriate question would be, uh, there are plenty of recruiting agencies, companies. There are some few startups I've seen here and there. I get mm, phone notification ads. What makes the HirePilot different? Like if I were to use it, why would I use HirePilot over, any other competitors?
Imagine you will have everything you need through your job search in one platform. Um, Instead of opening like dozens of windows in browser, folders in your like in your desktop, and sometimes even jumping between the screens if you have a lot of computers or like something like that. Because when like how you apply and how you actually, and it's from my interviews with job seekers, actually not just from my experience, how you apply. You open email, you open everything like in your browser, and as I said in desktop, and you collecting pieces of information right now from ChatGPT, from your resume, from questions from the company that they put in their job post. You need to check who is there after you apply. After dozens of steps, you need to fill repetitive information 100 times. It's first pain point that we know. And after that, you need to put your step in the company because you already just won from the how many 200s 300s 1000.
Thousands
And
now. Mhm.
right now it's true, correct.
Yeah.
Right now you need to stood out. Um, you need to show to the right people that you are the right person, because you just can't be you. Your application in 99, as you said, even 100%,
Yeah.
like just they don't see it. They can just lose your application.
Mhm.
So we create that system that connects all the dots in one platform, where we have right now in our product, we have three core features. First of all, our extension that help you feel that repetitive fields inside of job posts by a couple of clicks.
Right, right.
After that, it automatically add to your pipeline of all of your job applications that you already sent into one visible and transparent dashboard, so you always can come back to check what the salary it was, what the position it was, what the job description, and who was decision maker there. And don't lose that track, because you can help in our system the notification that show you when you applied, what the next steps should be, what will happen next if you will do that step. So we try to create that ecosystem that will help you to see what's going on. Because when you lose your traction, I know how it can be dismotivative. So how you can lose that motivation and you just stop sometimes. Like, and it's the problem. You just need to continue. You just need that repetitive and sometimes boring stuff day by day. In our platform, it's like real assistant for you when you go in and you saw, okay, I already done 50, 100 applications and they are here. I can follow up with the people. I can I don't know, speak with them about some potential next steps. I can see where I applied, what answer I received, and it helped me to make some decisions. Because sometimes, like imagine when a recruiter calls you and mention the position, sometimes job seekers get, oh, yeah, of course I remember, but in the brain they always like,
Which one
oh,
is
what the
this?
position it is, which one, yeah, what general information I need to mention right now to show to that recruiter that I actually applied to the job and I remember and I was interested in, and etc. And it's unfortunately the truth of current job market. I don't say that it's good thing, but with this process right now, it's really tough from job seekers' perspective. So, second feature, it's like dashboard where you see everything is going on. And you probably can ask me, okay, what difference between Google Sheet and your dashboard? Is exactly that we connect all the things that not automatically, as I said, it's not auto applying when you like apply for hundreds of jobs. No, we don't need, we won't even have in future that feature. We just automate for you that repetitive tasks to fill that forms in right way based on your resume that you have in the system.
Mhm.
And when you applied, as I said, that position automatically adds to your dashboard. And from dashboard, its third feature, you can open that company profile, and you can find the decision makers for that position in our system. We
Mhm.
use free resources in the internet. We connect them in our platform. Of course, we comply with GDPR. We comply with all of that policy stuff.
Mhm.
And but we try to help you from that dozens, as I mentioned before, browser windows and things. We help you to connect it in one thing. To don't go to the LinkedIn, to don't go to the profile of the company to check it in the separate page. We help you in one platform to find the decision maker, to create personalized message with job connected with connecting of job description, with
Mhm.
connecting of your resume into one personal message that you can send to the decision maker and put your foot in the door. So think about this as real assistant that um, don't um, change you. I mean, like, don't how can I say that? Um, Not put you from this long process, but help you to decrease the amount of time that you spend to like minutes and do it more efficiently.
Right.
So it's our unique value proposition that we connects that in one platform and help you to have into one pipeline everything.
Right, right. No, this is very interesting. It's kind of like a personal assistant or a secretary that does the tedious thing for you, and you can focus on, interviewing or
Exactly. So
later
we
steps.
don't create spam instrument that, as I said, like just applied or just send spam filters to spam some messages. No, we need to create something on intersection between automation and between personalization. That that assistant that really will help you to avoid this like dozens of steps instead of like a couple of really important steps to stood out. It's very important.
Mhm. So I guess, do you guys in your platform, do you also post the jobs, or that's outside the platform?
Right now, it's outside of the platform, but we, like as I said, I always speak with the job seekers, and we will depend on their also feedback, what they
Mhm.
really prefer to have in our system. But this idea is in our backlog, and potentially we will come back to that. But it
Mhm.
will be through validation, because if
Mhm.
users will mention another important things that we will, the startup, it's always about pivoting. So to answer quickly, yes, it's in our backlog to have that even applications, potential job posts that we will validate, because that stuff on LinkedIn that you often see, it
Mhm.
can be reposted jobs that
Yeah.
never like even uh, planned to be filled.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
yeah.
another pain
I heard
point.
about that. They just put like fake
To
positions
promote the
there. Yeah,
companies,
yeah.
exactly, to
It's
promote the
that we're
companies,
hiring, but
or
it's actually not.
exactly, or some recruitment platforms and other recruitment platforms that want just to connect applicants, and that's it. So we potentially will have that feature. It will
Mhm.
depends on what our users will say in answers, or in answers on our questions to them
Mhm.
in the nearest future.
So, I guess the next question that was popping in my head was that do you guys also help with the resume, help writing the resume? Because nowadays, if I understand correctly, like a lot of the resumes are being filtered by AI, and it checks on keywords and stuff. Do you guys help your clients with resumes?
Short answer, yes. If a little bit more longer, right now we don't have the feature of the recreating your resume, because we have a couple of really strong competitors in this field, and we
Hmm.
don't want to jump into that specific field, but in future to add more value to
Hmm.
our platform, to increase capacity, potentially we'll add that inside of that technical side. But right now, how we help, we have our Discord that's totally free for job seekers, and there you can be member and ask for advices for another job seekers. You can always rely on my advice, and even for this stuff I can advise. It's like totally free, but a lot of job seekers I see through their resumes, they don't use that.
Hmm.
When you explain in bullet points something about your previous experience, you just use general words in a lot of cases, like I managed complex projects that helped achieve goals of the company,
Hmm.
something like that.
Right, right.
But you need to go specifically. I
Hmm.
use in my resume who method, who like three letters, WHO. Who like W, what you've done, H, how you've done, and outcome, the result that you received. For example, from my previous experience, I've launched mobile application in the delivery side that were done by JavaScript and front end, and for example PHP or Python on back end. It's like how I've done that application with my team, and results. We achieved 10,000 of downloads that application after 2 months of that application were bring on the market. Of course, you can certify that to be more concise, but you need to use that structure to show the value, that the problem that you solved to the recruiter, and the value that you bring to the business. And we help with this a lot inside of our community right now. But as I said, we have a couple of strong competitors in this specific field with these resumes. And be honest, I see a lot of fightings on the LinkedIn about ATS in general. ATS is applicant tracking system that you actually said about the cutting the resumes from the recruiters to be seen.
Hmm.
But a lot of recruiters say the opposite things and even show that ATS works a little bit differently. ATS don't cut you from the application process. A lot of recruiters say about that. They said that it just helps to recruiters highlight, as like we heard even from you, Mahmud, the keywords, but it don't cut you from the process. It don't put you from the pipeline, like throw out from the pipeline of the recruiter. They still reviewing manually your resume, but you need to highlight your resume in your resume, your really like your accomplishments, because recruiters spend per resume just like 20 seconds, maximum 30 seconds. And you need to, you need to have something that their eyes will see that to move you in pipeline in the future.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's probably the trickiest part. Like, especially if you have like 10, 15 years of experience, like which one you highlight, how do you highlight? And it also depends on company to company when you apply. Some companies looking for this specific skill set, some companies looking for that specific skill set. So that's probably, I feel like, the most challenging part when you're building a resume.
Yes.
This is great. Yeah. So next question to you is, again, there are lots of companies out there. There are lots of AI companies, including ourselves. How do you promote your business? How do you reach out to people? How do you, spread the word and uh, bring customer clients in?
Great question. Actually, as like you probably know, we launched not far from now. It's just a couple of months, and we don't promote it aggressively. I mean, I'm not launching right now any paid advertisement, but we tested that before launch to validate our idea, and we received like hundreds of leads, and it shown us to us that we hit the mark, like we hit the that market need. So it's exactly what you need to do. You need to analyze what right now market needs and go inside of that pain points, and based on that pain points you need to develop your feature step by step, but it's different topic. So right now we testing our product with dozens of job seekers, and we hearing their feedback. We increasing capacity of our platform. We like working with a really smooth working of some of the features. And I'm used preferably my LinkedIn to reach out to the people, to speak with them, and they really answering, like they really have that pain points, because I'm doing exactly what I'm saying about job seeking process in general.
Mm.
I'm building connections, I'm building relationships. So when people really understand that you're really interested in their opinion, they come to you. You don't need to sell to them. And I'm not selling our product right now. They
Mm.
sometimes come back and say that I want to buy that product by themselves. But it wasn't after the pitch. It was after the customer development interviews. It was after the onboarding interviews, where, of course, I mentioned in our pricing model and whatever, but I've mentioned in that in the customer development way, when I ask them, okay, will you pay with this pricing model for our product? If not, why? If yes, why? Also,
Mm.
like it's about another topic, five why techniques from my Scrum product owner certification, but it's also different topic. So right now, mostly it's word of mouth, my personal LinkedIn, and of course we create right now a lot of content on Reddit, on our personal blog, on Medium, on Quora, where we with Twitter, of course, Facebook. Just previous week we launched AI materials, video materials on Sora, and yeah, it's like engaging tool that right now gives us, without really like big investments, but solid flow of leads that, as I said, right now I'm speaking with, I am conducting with them user interviews. It's
Mm.
actually what really product manager work is, to understand what market needs and after that deliver that.
Right.
So it's my work right now with marketing actually.
Got you. Got you. Cool. Yeah, interesting. So, let's say hypothetically speaking, if the company grows exponentially within a very short period of time, do you
Not
think
if, when. I
it's
prefer to
it's
say
a good
when.
problem to have. It's a good problem to have. But are you guys prepared to handle it? Is the product mature enough to, scale up really fast, really short time?
Um, It's a great question, and answer the yes. I have really a cool guy, my co-founder, Mikhail,
Mm-hmm.
is very big professional in the technical area. It's like technical co-founder of our business, and he handle all of that things with infrastructure, with our server, with servers that our platform is in. So that technical stuff
Mm-hmm.
we built before, like of course we launched, because we understand that in future we will be needed to scale,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very important to have really experienced professional near you that Mikhailo is, and our infrastructure ready, of course, for scaling. But it's not the pillow that solve all problems. Of course, like that infrastructure that we prepared already, because bugs will happen always, and
Mm-hmm.
bugs it's the necessary thing of all startups. Without bugs, it's impossible to launch something. So you need to prepare for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we work with that, of course, and we hear our lovely clients. And yes, like as I said, we prepare for scaling, of course.
Cool, cool. Um, yeah, I mean, it's better to start building strong from the ground up and with a great foundation rather than just, throw out an MVP just to, get out there in the market fast as you can, which is also not a bad thing for a startup, but, you have to have that balance at the same time. So my next question, this is a tricky one. So again, I think I touched base at the beginning a little bit. I want to follow up on that. Um, Currently, in the last few years, with all this AI uh, revolution and whatnot, we are seeing a very steep decline on the IT industry, right? There's a lot of job been replaced with AI or uh, not hiring as fast as possible with the economy slowing down and whatnot. So in that case, you might see a spike of people coming into your platform, but not necessarily getting the same outcome that they would like because obviously there's a limitation of jobs and a lot of people are applying for the same job. How do you handle that situation? Like, how do you manage that expectation?
Manage expectation of job seekers or working with this AI like boom. Well, can you little clarify
Right.
it a bit?
Yeah. So the first question is how do you manage the expectation of your job seeker? Second question, we'll get to that. Like how did the AI affected affected your entire business model? You are, I'm pretty sure, using a lot of AI tools yourself because some of automation I can already tell. But first question, how do you manage the expectation of the clients, job seekers? And second question is, how did AI affected the business?
Of course, it's really great points. First of all, we don't promise the magic pillow to the job
Mhm.
seekers. So we always say to them that you need to be responsible for everything that you are doing, and just you decide how many and what steps you will actually you will do to achieve your goals. But we give you that instruments, and I'm coming a little bit to another part of your question, to that instrument that helps you to avoid that frustration, that time spending, and increase your capacity. So, of course, when a lot of job seekers will use our platform, we will come to the companies and we'll speak with them. Okay, guys, right now we have like some this is just from our strategy. We have already some audience. Let's invite your recruiters, direct recruiters, to our platform to create mastermind sessions, to create some conferences, to create some events. And it's exactly that environment that we plan to achieve, because my long-term strategy create ecosystem for job seekers where they, I don't want to say they can be insane. It's not the right thing, but mentally maybe yes, but the environment where they can come and understand that they will achieve their goals with much more chances if they would be alone without that ecosystem. It's the point, like from about your first
Mhm.
question about that AI part that right now impact on a lot of jobs, a lot of processes, and a lot of everything. I'm sure from my perspective that right now, human part of the working with AI system and AI world, it's to creating strategies and create that roadmaps for AI systems.
Mhm.
Of course, in the nearest future, I think that we will have that models that will help to even like right now, the OpenAI and Perplexity launched that browsers that
Yep.
can move things around, but I'm coming back to my important point. You open that browser
Mhm.
windows where they moving. So
Mhm.
you, that person who moves the needle, who they create the the context for that models to
Mhm.
help you succeed your goals. And I'm really a believer that people right now they have to create that roadmaps for them where they will have a lot of assistance, as my assistant is, to help them achieve their roadmap and their strategy. So it's the goal.
Mhm.
And even right now, staying with this AI boom, I just posted a couple of days ago with some recent Amazon layoffs. Did you hear about 30 or 40,000 of layoffs that Amazon have done?
Yeah. And I think I read a recent article that they're also planning to, like, within what, 2027, they wanted to do like a half a million, half a million jobs.
Exactly. But we see a lot of posts on LinkedIn and whatever that company laid off people from some positions, but the people sometimes don't see that same companies they create another jobs with another. Um, I don't want to say settings or another processes. They fundamentally create another like environment in their company because these AI things impact a lot on overall company direction. So we as a job seeker, we always need to adapt. And it's my like credo of my life. You need to always adapt. Little thing when we were in the I don't know Mesozoic era, when we
Mhm.
were, I believe, like I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe we had another things, but when we were like monkeys or some another creatures
Mhm.
that we were fighting for food, we were hunters, we
Mhm.
were adopters,
Mhm.
we were building that road in front of us. We needed to invent the fire, we needed to invent the some weapons, like, and it helped us to shape that previous environment to develop ourselves to
Mhm.
what we have right now with these computers, with these phones, and etc. And this process will be going constantly.
Yeah.
It will always happen, and
Mhm.
we need to adapt. Somebody who don't adapt, I don't want to give them give the little sadness to
Mhm.
this meeting, but somebody who doesn't adapt, unfortunately, leave the market.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's especially in our field, the technology field, it's ever evolving, right? The only difference is it's probably evolved much more faster in the last few years, which is why people are like kind of struggling to keep up. But other than that, it has been evolving from as long as you can remember.
I always
But
want to ask, okay, what skill you learned and studied for a couple of previous months?
Mhm.
What another direction you highlighted for yourself where you can move and pivot, really pivot, make the turn inside of your like career roadmap, career strategy, and you should create that strategies, and you need to find the instruments to help you achieve that strategy. I'm hard believer in that.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So, Victor, we're almost at time. I usually like to close the conversation with this common question of mine. We are at Axion AI. We're also a uh, pretty new startup, I would say. We are less than 6 months old. And this is my first time starting building a new company. So you're still a young company, but you have a experience on building other companies and on that sort of role. So what is your suggestion or what is your advice for our company in this market to move forward that makes it a success?
Speak to your customers. You always need to hear them. As I said, like um, it's not it's hard, tough, and rude, but
Mhm.
your ideas worth nothing. I have tens of ideas per day, and other people had a lot of ideas per day, like hundreds, thousands of ideas. Just execution matters.
Hmm.
How what steps you will do to achieve that idea, to achieve that strategy. So my point of view, always speak with your customers. I call that customer development.
Mhm.
You always need to be in front of your end users. You need to hear them why they don't use your feature or why they use that. You need to go as much as you can deep, understand that essences, because just that motivation
Mhm.
and just that habits that, like for example, Steve Jobs created the habits of using iPhone, and
Mhm.
it's really tough to create new habit of people. So you need to or understand their current habits or to create new habits. That is much harder actually.
Mhm.
So like if you found blue market guys, it's not the green light to create a startup, because create new habits and jump to into blue market, it can be harder to find something in the red market, in the red ocean. But it's also different topic. So
Yeah.
to little like speed up my answer, as I said, speak with your customers. You need to be in front of your end users to hear them and implement what they said.
Got you. Cool, cool. Listen to the customers. Yeah. Perfect. So we're at time, Victor. Thank you so much for your time, and this has been a really interesting conversation. And this is a more practical one, I would say, because a lot of people are going through job changes and the mindset that you're saying. If my some of my follower wants to find out more about um, your company and companies, how do they reach out? Do they reach out directly to you or to the site or what do you suggest?
I would ask, let you can reach out to me by my LinkedIn. Also, we can, like, if it's possible, attach our Discord channel. Also, if you're job seeker and you want to pivot in your job seeking process, or you want advice, welcome to our free community.
Mm,
It's a really great place where you can find, your friends that will help you to achieve that career goals. So LinkedIn can reach out to me personally to LinkedIn and also in this Discord. So definitely we'll be happy to answer all of the questions.
perfect, perfect. And I will post all these information and links in the description. So make sure if you're interested to just check out the description. Victor, once again, thank you so much. And that's it for today. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye bye.